You know, in the following hours after the shooting, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer began the process that would force votes on two bills that would expand background checks for gun purchases. And last night, President Biden made an impassioned plea to the country.
As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done?
Joining us now is Yamiche Alcindor, NBC News Washington correspondent and the anchor and moderator of Washington Week on PBS. Yamiche, I should mention you're in Minneapolis today covering the second anniversary of George Floyd's murder. You covered the mass shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, which happened while President Biden was vice president. What are you hearing from the White House this morning?
Well, Jose, as you said, I covered Newtown, Connecticut, and I remember the mourning and the pain of those parents. I will never forget tiny coffins and 6-year-olds in suits going to funerals. And I thought the world would change after that, and nothing happened. And today, what I'm hearing from White House officials is what I heard from White House officials when that shooting happened almost a decade ago, and that is that we have to turn pain into action, talking specifically about assault weapons, talking specifically about trying to change background checks and the procedures that people have to get these guns. But I don't really hear whether or not they actually have a strategy to move forward, other than the fact that they want people to know that something has to change. I want you to also listen to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, as you said, who's saying that he's going to force a vote on gun measures. Here's what he had to say this morning.
It is unacceptable to the American people to think that there are not 10 of my Republican colleagues, just 10, 1 out of 5 over here, who would be ready to work to pass something that would reduce this plague of gun violence.
And I would tell you, Jose, that the path is uncertain. But really, we know that it is certain. It is that already both sides, Democrats pushing for change, Republicans saying that they don't want to do gun measures, that they don't want to make changes. We already know what the path ahead is going to look like. And I should tell you that standing here where George Floyd was murdered 2 years ago, the theme that I'm getting from people who are mourning now with Texas is that lawmakers are not responding to the life and death issues that Americans are asking them to respond to, Jose.